the shoes, chase W's.
Now what I do?
Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Bullet beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm copy.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. 388. Go. Check 50, check 50. Hey, watch this. Hey! 50 wants the mic.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Newton. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Ready? Right there to 3. 3 buzz. 25, check 25. Back.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Check. 180. Mike 51. Check.
Now Newton on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Newton. And the pressure gets to him again. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And his kick, it is right there. It's good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Get that quarterback and all. Check. Watch the shit. Alert.
Now Rashad Penny.
Check 3.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's going to be a long day.
Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. Right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Going for Metcalf on the deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check. Kill. Switch. Hey, check 24. Check. Lucky. Gun.
This is Penny. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 24, Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Breida. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ziggy Ansah, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Breida, he'll try the right side. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 31.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
20.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Like that. So don't say nothing. Shoot. Kill. Under 10.
They'll try to run with Breida. And a across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown. Matt Breida. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So that one will be accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Deuce. He's coming. Double up. He's got it. Check. Hot route. Hot. He's checking. Match ball. Right.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go. That's the watch. Hey, alert. Check. Crouch. Underground.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
On first down, here's Breida. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
That's it. Great. Stop your whining. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. I'm coming after you. Hey, Mike. Come on. 51. Gotta do better.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? On 4th down, Newton. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Bring the set. 180. 51. Come off the ball hard. 51's the mic. 51.
A final shot before the break. Newton. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Slam. Kill. Turn it up.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
and attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
20.
Newton now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Great. You. Trump.
On 1st down, it's Newton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 2nd and 10. Newton to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Newton. This is caught. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down and
1. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They run for it with Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football.
And now here is another interception. Darren Lee picks it and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
From the 27, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Don't be scared of it. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On third down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Penny. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Here comes the ball.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Check. Hey, alert 3. Check it.
They'll try the right side here with Penny. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, G. Here I come again. Alert. Slam. Kill.
Penny. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 6 yards in the first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Jim. Out.
Now it's Penny running right. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now it's Penny. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Mike 51. Let's go, D. 51 to Mike. Echo.
On third down, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 82 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to give points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
49, check 49, check 49.
Now Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw is Wilson on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Gun.
Throwing is Newton. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Ziggy Ansah, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Jason Myers now for the extra point.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
41, Seahawks 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
That's good for a 49er first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
We play to win. Let's go.
But Charles, it's one.